Hi everyone, it's Laura, and I wanted to do a video today about my journals from before and after I went on a raw food diet. So when I started, I was very depressed, and I just wanted to share how quickly my mind state changed. It took about 10 days of being on raw food for me to feel like a different human, and I was so happy that I couldn't sleep. This is one where it really goes into detail about my mind state. This was November 16th, 2007. Not doing too well. Can't sleep. Too many bad thoughts. I feel like a complete and utter failure at everything. Let's drudge up the evidence. Love life. Non-existent for 2.5 years. Last boyfriend was a complete joke. No decent relationship in 7 years. None have lasted over 10 months. I'm almost 30. Work. Totally pathetic. Fired or laid off from the majority. Everything I do seems like meaningless crap. No idea what I want to do with my life. Everything I've taken in school I've ended up not wanting to do. The only jobs I've been good at, housekeeping and bird care. One I hate, and one is volunteer work. Friends. I have none that really seem to give much of a shit. Maybe a couple do, but none put much effort into me, and I do. Personal. I can barely take care of myself. It's hard for me to stick to things for long periods of time. I feel useless, worthless, pathetic. What can I do well? Draw? That will get me far. I'm an okay writer. I'm moderately pretty, I guess, but that doesn't seem to do me any good anyway. I feel like focusing on making artsy crap for a living is so blah and trivial and unimportant. I just suck. Why bother? It's so much easier to do nothing, hence why I've done nothing since like March. So that gives you a little insight into my mind state back then. And this went on for a good year. I just declined further and further and further. I was just an angry, paranoid person. Yeah, it all changed. Okay, so I grabbed my computer so I could read a few more. November 17th, 2007. I really felt like a waste of life yesterday. Failure at jobs, failure at love, failure at health. My inner critic would not stop, and I didn't sleep until like 10:30 a.m. or so, when I was finally exhausted enough for my brain to shut up. And then when I woke up, I just ate shit. And by the time I felt better, I was disgusted with myself and decided, fuck this. I threw out the rest of my chocolate bar and put my box of cookies in the lobby with a note, eat and be merry. I would give them to my roommates, but then they would just still be there to tempt me. Then I threw up on purpose, to purge out all the crap I had eaten and all the grossness I felt with myself. No, I am not bulimic. I maybe do this once a year, if I've eaten so much that I feel nauseous. This was from my online journal, so I actually had people reading it. November 20th, 2007. My anxiety levels have been rising over the last year. I'm wondering if I need medication again. I'm really against it, but I'm so fucking unhappy all the time. And nervous. November 24th, 2007. I hate the bad parts of me more than I like the good parts of me. I don't even want to write about how I really feel about myself lately, or right this second, because it would seem dramatic. But regardless, it's how I feel. My moods are so inconsistent, I can't stick to anything. I would like to be able to pull myself out of this rut, and sometimes I think it's happening, only to have a complete and utter mood change the next day, which pulls me back down. I was a horrible raging asshole today, and I fucking loathe myself. I really, really do. I don't know how to pull myself out of this at all. December 13th, 2007. My moods have changed big time. Basically, for the last year I've been depressed, and a total lump until the last couple of months. I also gained about 20 pounds. Luckily, it's not very noticeable to anyone but me. I was pretty slim last year, but healthy. I just gained back everything I'd lost. Gradually, I've become an unlump. This all started when my joints started to act up again back in September, October, and I was freaked out that I was going to be unable to do anything again. So I decided to ignore it, and I began to lift weights. This strangely seemed to help, and the pains went away. I kept at it and did it every 1 to 2 days, starting slow and building up. This helped me start being more active again, but I was still impatient and depressed. When I found myself yelling at the dog a lot and feeling like a complete waste of life, cutting my arm, throwing up, that was my breaking point, especially getting mad at the dog for stupid reasons, so unlike me. So about a month ago I changed what I was eating, which was basically pizza, quesadillas, cupcakes, chips, and chocolate, and some fruit. A week or so ago I started to take vitamin D. 2 weeks ago I started watching my calorie intake and drinking 64 ounces of water a day. I do something worthwhile every day, even if it's just around the house. I changed my sleeping schedule for a little while, but now I'm back to late nights. However, going to bed at 3 a.m. is better than 7 or 8 a.m. I see way more daylight. I try to go outside at least for a while, for a walk to the store and with the dog, whatever. January 18th, 2008. Today and yesterday were mostly spent in reading in Ladner. That's where my parents lived. And taking care of the pooches. I also went for dinner tonight and ate a lot of crap all day. Tomorrow I'm on my way to healthy eating again, becoming vegan, and probably doing a raw food detox. January 21st, 2008. This photo pretty much sums up how I feel today. Blah, sad, childish, defeated, a loser, lonely, depressed, you get the idea. I want to do a raw detox diet, but I need money in order to buy lots of organic fruits and veggies. At least I have a cafe job, though they haven't called me in for training. I need to change my diet. I'm still weightlifting, but I would really like to go to the gym and the pool. I miss swimming. I prefer swimming in the ocean. January 26, 2008. I've decided in February to go vegan. I've been planning this for a while, and then to transition into a raw food diet. I have been obsessed with it the last little while, more and more so every day. It'll be interesting to see what it changes. I want to see how it affects 1. My depression and irritability and impatience. I know this will be affected profoundly. 2. My lack of a sense of smell. This will be a true miracle. 3. My thin hair. I'm going to stop dyeing it for a while and see what happens. 4. My skin. It's been sort of shitty lately. However, I'm going to stop taking the birth control pill, even though it seems to help. I can't afford it anymore and it kills my sex drive. Let's see what happens when I stop taking it, because I've been taking it for like 3 years now, at least. 5. And obviously it will affect my weight. January 31st, 2008. Tonight I had my last cheese and sugar. Ever. I do not want to eat this garbage anymore. I don't want to ingest any animal products anymore. I'm done with this shit. I'm very happy about it. Sugar is poison. Poison! And I mean refined sugar in this case, not fruit sugar. February 1st, 2008. First day of veganism. I ate everything raw organic except tofu. I didn't eat much, but I wasn't that hungry. Life will improve from this. I know it. February 1st. It's now February 1st already. Hard to believe. Time goes by so fast the older you get. When you're a kid, it seems to take forever to grow up. Then when you do, you wish you could be a kid again. At least I do. I miss it. However, I'm pretty happy. Today I've given up all animal products. Last night I had my farewell to cheese dinner. We went to Goo in Gastown, and I had a lot of deep-fried brie and some udon noodles. The brie is usually stellar, but tonight it was lacking something. Maybe I just didn't want to like it. I don't know, but I'm glad it wasn't amazing, because now I won't crave it anymore. I have to say I'm relieved and excited to be leaving all this shit behind me. I now regard sugar as poison. I do not feel like I'm depriving myself. I feel like I'm doing something very good for myself, and I plan to nourish myself instead and treat my body as something sacred and in need of the best food and water there is. Fuck all this processed shit. And so now I'm vegan and going to transition to raw foods. There is such a ridiculous amount of information out there. One of the main things that entices me about all this is that everyone I've read about that eats this way is happy, vibrant, and beautiful. How many people on a stupid diet like Atkins can say that? They're usually miserable and stuffing themselves full of awful stuff just to be thin. Gross. I've never missed meat. It was so easy to give it up. Cheese won't be hard for me either. Eggs? Pfft, I don't even really like them to begin with. Milk? Meh. Sugar is a thing I have a hard time getting out of my system, but this time I want to. Before I figured I should, but I didn't really want to. Now I do, and that's the key to successfully conquering an addiction. March 4th. I'm still doing well with my dietary changes. I feel so much better. It's ridiculous. I can't wait to see how I feel when I go completely raw. I've also been exercising. Just wait till you see me in summer. I'm down to about 135 pounds, so I've lost like 10 pounds so far. April 9th. I've been on a raw food diet for 9 days now. I do not feel deprived. I do not miss sugar. I'm never hungry. I eat as much as I want. I miss bread, but I'll find a replacement. I can still eat chocolate. I made raw chocolate and don't feel guilty eating it. Not to mention I can barely eat much of it, it's so rich. If I had regular candy or chocolate now, I think I'd be sick. I've lost 5 pounds in 9 days. I'm not on this diet to lose weight, but it's a major, major bonus. My body is detoxing, so my skin is a bit crappy right now, but it will get better. Raw Foodists have the best skin I've ever seen. April 23rd. People keep commenting on my happiness. April 24th. I've honestly never felt so good in my life. I sleep like the dead. I'm always happy. Nothing really bothers me anymore. I have insane amounts of energy. I haven't been depressed at all. I look fucking radiant and slim. I actually look forward to my day when I wake up. Things are more vibrant. I realize I can heal myself. I am really calm, even if something is irritating me. So yeah, this rules. May 14th. I really need to write more. I feel fantastic. Finally, I have found the answer to being happy. It sounds so simple. Raw food. I've never felt so great. I knew this would work. I've been into raw for 1.5 months now. 30 days was my original goal, but I'm gonna keep going. I do miss yam fries and bread, but not much else. Pizza on occasion. But it feels so good. May 24th, 2008. I can't sleep. I'm too happy. This has been happening to me once in a while. I was close to tears about an hour ago because I felt so happy to be alive. Who the hell is this person? Is this finally the real me emerging? Out I come from beneath a layer of bullshit. All my hate and anger have dissipated. I'm free. My dream of freedom is realized. I need one more thing, and that is financial freedom, and so my next goal is to work for myself. This is another reason I can't sleep. Thinking too much. Too happy equals too many thoughts. But I do need to sleep. I can't believe that food has changed me so much. I am amazingly different. A better version of the same person. The true me. I found myself buried deep within. Now I am uncluttered and jubilant. I am that cliche high on life. I want to do so much. I want to outlive everyone. I want to be 120 years old and surfing and climbing mountains. I want to make art and food and inspire and help people and change the world. I want to be the person people say is their inspiration. I want to save animals and cure depression and lift the planet from its human virus and make the virus a completely different sort of entity, one that works with the flow of life instead of against it. I think you get the point. And like, it's been 7 years and I'm still doing it. And I've had blips, but nothing bad. The worst, which I've mentioned in another video, the worst was like some baguette when I went to Paris in 2011. Otherwise, if I've gone to cooked food, it's been like vegan Whole Foods, and that's it. And that's pretty rare. Usually in the winter, I might succumb to some soup and stuff, and usually gives me a runny nose, but I don't miss that junk food at all. Ever. Unless I'm really hungry and it's like right in front of me, I'm like, oh, But I know it would make me so ill. So I just stay away from it, and I remember the good memories of it, and keep on going, because I do this to really just love life, you know, and I have moments where I don't. I'm a human being, but this really helps me stay on track, and even if I do feel depressed ever, I get out of it so fast. Like, before I did all this, I literally, like, stayed in bed for, like, a whole year. I did, like, nothing. I wasn't working. I just ate junk food, read blogs. So I'm just gonna wrap this up because I'm running out of room on my memory card. I know I'm a little soft-spoken and not, like, super exuberant and stuff like that in my videos, but I can be, and that's how I feel inside most of the time, and I am usually like that, but I don't know, on camera I seem to get a little quiet. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. See you next time. Bye.